recording is in progress. Lucy, start us off. Share with us what thoughts you've got going on.
Okay. A lot going on. Let's see. I'm irritated with Mike because he didn't fucking listen to me and in the challenge, and we would have secured that win a lot smoother without it, but that's okay. I like Mike. Mike is cool. I'm trying to put some time into Aston right now because Aston feels on the outs, and we might win this next challenge, and then we might swap, and then Aston will be like such an easy crack for the other side to pick up on, and could be a very valuable number to me. So even though Aston is kind of on the out, they strike me as someone who has never really fit in their life because of their disability and just being kind of a little like quirky, we'll say. So I think a little bit of kindness and attention to Aston could go a long way.
Does that pull on your heartstrings?
It does in a way, because I was like the little kid with type 1 diabetes, and I always felt so different. And so when growing up, like I would see a kid in like a wheelchair or a kid with a hearing aid, and I would just in my heart be like, we are the same, because that's how I felt, even though my disability is a lot less obvious. It's a lot easier to hide and it's not so severe. My heart has always gone out to people who are different.
So we're officially, as of tomorrow, we will be officially 1 week into the game. Where do you stand right now?
Well, I'm really close to Brett. I was close going into this with Brett. I feel like we got a little sloppy with how close we are. Like, I feel like Mac was picking up on it. And I was almost ready to like throw Brett under the bus for a second, because I felt like Mac was seeing it. And I'm glad that I was able to instead get rid of Mac, because Brett has my back 100%. And Brett's a lot smarter than I like gave him credit for, actually. But yeah, Brett is my guy. Brian is my guy. I hope he feels the same way. He's kind of like a go with the flow kind of guy. So, and I feel like we're building trust. I'm really liking Madison. I really like Joe. I mean, I really, really like Joe. Joe's like on the inside of the six, but sort of on the outskirts of the six, just for like lack of experience. He hasn't been putting in as much time in social, but I really like Joe. So I hope that Joe sticks around. But I feel like I'm positioned well because I'm in the six, and then me and Brian and Brett have a thing, and then me and Brett and Madison have a thing. I put in time with Matt. I really enjoy Matt. I hope they enjoy me, because right now I really, really like all of them. So,
Is there anyone in the tribe that you feel that you don't enjoy?
no, I want to keep them all. So hopefully we can win the next one and keep them all, because I feel like I have put the time into where I do have options, and not really ready to like commit to which way I want to go yet. So
How important does the extra couple of days winning a challenge give you? Is to you? Like how much? What? Let me rephrase that. Like winning a challenge, you no longer have to go to the pit, so it gives you an extra couple of days in this game. How important is that in your gameplay?
well, things can change so fast. So it's important, as long as I don't make any big mistakes or throw a target onto myself. What is valuable about these couple of days is that, my concern, I could be wrong. I feel like I'm right about this, that Aston is kind of the next vote. But my concern is who the decoy vote would be, because whoever is the decoy vote is essentially the tribe is saying you are expendable. And that's not something that you want to have to say right before a potential swap, because I do feel like that is coming. So I would like to win the next one too, and sort of maintain this homeostasis and this, we're all equals here and there's no hierarchy kind of thing that we're in right now.
All right. We have a question from the VL. They want to know, how is she enjoying the game so far?
Oh, I'm having so much fun. I learned a lot. I've only played in one org. I did really, really well, but I learned a lot. And I'm somebody that I love this game so much. I'm a student of this game, and I I feel like my social game is already stronger than last time. And I'm having so much fun. I can't wait till I get to bring my sassy bitchy side out a little bit. It's not time yet, but I can't wait because it's so much fun to be my like snobby, sassy self. So
Okay. Now this is back to us asking questions. We've seen in your gameplay, you've both kind of said, you've told people that the experience is a benefit. We've heard you talk about the newbies being a benefit. What is actually the most beneficial for you? Playing with somebody with experience or playing with somebody new?
it doesn't matter as long as I can trust them. But I feel like the noobs are more trustworthy, honestly. I feel like you get numb sort of the more that you do this, the more allies the more people you stab in the back, the more hard decisions you have to make, the less painful they become, the less hard they are. The hard decisions feel less hard. They pull at your heartstrings less. And so for somebody like Brian, who we have gotten close, I think he could stab me in the back and shrug it off. I don't think he's going to right now, and I'm really enjoying working with him and hope to keep cultivating that. But somebody like Joe, I feel like it would be a much more emotional ordeal for him. It's like your first breakup, the first time someone turns you down versus when you just hit on people left and right and you just get used to being turned down. The first rejection is always the hardest to shrug off.
I want to play a little bit of a game. I'm going to run through each member of your tribe, and I want you to tell me briefly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you trust them, and then are they like sort of like a use them or lose them? You want to see that you want to use them for long term, or you would rather lose them quickly?
Okay.
Aston.
Lose them.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you trust them? Sorry, do you trust them?
I trust Aston about a 5 out of 10.
I'm going in alphabetical order here. Brett.
9 out of 10.
Use them or lose them?
Use them.
All right. Brian.
Brian, I'm feeling about a 6.5 in terms of trust, and I want to use them.
Joe.
Joe, I'm feeling like an 8 in terms of trust, and I would like to use him. Oh, you're giving me all these sexy boys, and I'm like, I want to use them. This sounds so kinky.
Madison.
Trust with Madison is maybe a 6, but I would like to use her too. I enjoy her.
Matt.
Trust with Matt is a 6, and I enjoy Matt, but I mean, I guess in terms of expendability, he's more of a lose than a use, but oh, this is hard.
And last one is Mike.
Mike really pissed me off. Mike's really upfront though. I would say I'm about a 6.7 with Mike, and I would like to use Mike.
Right. What do you think is going on the other tribe right now?
Well, from that post that I read, it sounded like the member Zach that they eliminated did not show up for the challenge, is involved in a bunch of orgs. So it sounds like he was kind of the cancer. It sounds like they were sort of the cancer of the tribe. It was somebody who wasn't putting a lot of time into it. So it was probably super easy for them to do that vote. Sounds like they tried to address some of this with Zach, and it was all pretty out in the open. What is going on now?
And now that you got an impression of them because you got to be on a challenge with them, what are your impressions of them?
They seemed really cool. The girl Jessica had a really big personality, and I'm about that because I need some like strong woman shields. But she definitely stood out to me as someone with a big personality, in a good way. David was kind of hot and charming. I think that's his name. Who else? I don't remember anyone else, but they overall seem just like the cool tribe, and we're like the nerds over here. They're the popular kids. That was the vibe I got, and we're a bunch of dorks.
All right. Any final thoughts before I let you go?
Did you see my fake idol my fake idol clue that I made?
I did. I was gagging.
Yes.
So gagging. That was clever.
I'm a poet.
We're very curious